everybody. Welcome to World Card Making Day. I am so happy to be here. Stephanie has pulled everything together and we are good to go. I'm super excited. I've got a card to make for you today that it's paper piecing, but I wanted to do something different. So we're going to kind of dive into winter and we're going to make a card with just a little bit different idea. Well, I'll go ahead and get started. Don't forget to comment and share all of these videos and this event with your friends and customers. And let's make it a really good card making day. And next week is World Card Sending Week. And don't forget to send all the cards that you make this today so that we can share this with everybody. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you the card. This card right here is the card that I started with. I made it for a swap, and I actually, don't let me forget, I need to send this out today. I've got a pile of these made, and I'm going to send these out as a swap. But this is the design I started with, and I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I'm really loving slimline cards right now. So I went ahead and changed this to a slimline card. So it's much more real estate top to bottom. We'll go ahead and put this aside and I'll show you how to get started. This card is 8.5, so it's 8.5 this way by 7 inches, and then you score it at 3.5. And I can always put the measurements in the comments in a little bit. So we've got the card base. That's the easy part. And then what I did was I cut a bunch of cardstock, the colors that I needed, at 8.5 by 3.25, like this. And like I said, this is going to be paper piecing. It's just kind of an interesting and fun way. I kind of decided that I wanted to build this card. So we're going to go ahead and start with the blue piece. We'll start from the bottom up, and we're just going to start layering from the bottom. The bottom. This is not the bottom. This is the bottom layer, which happens to be the top of the card. So you don't think I'm totally insane by saying it wrong. We're going to start here and work our way down. All right, so I've got this piece right here. It's balmy blue, and again, it's 3.25 by 8.5. And I'm going to start with the balmy blue ink pad and the snowflakes. This stamp set is all from Snow Wonder. This stamp set, this is a red rubber stamp set, and I love this little snowman. He looks very vintage to me, and I like him a lot. So we're going to use that set. I've got the snowflakes. I'm going to stamp a couple of snowflakes with my brand new inky pad. Can you tell I just inked it? All right. And the reason, or the way I'm going to paper piece this is I'm just going to start, and I'm going to just layer it. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to tear it. I'm not going to measure it, not going to fuss about it. I just want something fun. I want something kind of a little bit different. And I'm going to tear it where I want to, throw the other piece aside, and that's where that landed. Now I've got a piece of green. This is garden green, and I'm going to go ahead with the garden green ink pad. And this is a real easy way to remember all your colors, because I'm just stamping tone on tone on all of this. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp the trees right here. And I really did just ink up all my pads, so that's kind of wet for a second. We'll let that dry for just a second. And now again, with the whole tearing thing, I'm going to go ahead and tear this off there. And I'm going to tear this kind of up along the trees like that. This would be something fun for maybe your kids to participate in. You don't have to bust out the cutter. You can just tear a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to, and the trick with this is you want to center it side to side so your border is pretty even. I kind of got going sideways on my last card a little bit. So that's the biggest thing, is you just want to center it Let's try a little bit harder on that one. Center it so that your edges are even. It's kind of easy to start going wonky. Okay, now the next layer is all my snow drifts. So I'm going to take a white piece and I'm going to tear it into mountains. And you see, if you tear towards yourself, you get this rough edge. If you flip this over like this, you can catch the rough edge from behind. So I'm just going to start tearing strips and see what I come up with. Snowdrifts don't make sense. They don't land all in one direction. And so all I'm going to do is start taking my little snowdrifts and gluing them. Let's see, we can put this one up a little further to hide some of the tree bottoms. Now see, the trick is you just want to line everything up side to side so that you hide the bottom layer. And as long as you can do that, you're fine. And so I'll just, and I want these rough edges right here to be facing up. I want those to be showing because I want that to be the part that looks like the snow drifts. And so I can just keep adding snow drifts all the way down like this. And I think I buried my first one with this flat edge on the bottom up under here. So I'm going to take this last piece that's got an edge, a flat edge on the bottom, and I'll go ahead and use that as my bottom piece. Do you see what I did there? Before I add this, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment so that I don't have to stamp on a bumpy surface where all those layers are. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. Think about what you can do with this tearing technique. You can make mountains, you can make, obviously the snow drifts are fun. Mountains would be fun. What else could you do? Shorelines, all kinds of things. You can use this tearing technique to just add texture and dimension to your card. It's kind of fun. Like I said, there's no measuring involved. You see how the little snow drifts down in here? And then kind of that looks mountainy behind the trees. I've got a puppy sitting next to me whining because she wants to get out. She's going to have to wait. All right, so on this scrap, I can take and stamp my snowman. We'll stamp him. And then just with a couple of colors of blends, we can go ahead and finish him off. I've got some balmy blue. Nope, this is Seaside Spray. I'm going to color in. Stampin' Up always shows you where to shade. Do you see how on this image, it tells you where to color and where the darkness goes. And I love this part. It just makes it so easy. So I can do that. We'll catch the carrot with the pumpkin pie. Whoops. And what did I do green on? Oh, the leaves. Right here, the holly. Like, I don't think there's any green on this guy. So just real quickly, we can come in and add some color. Let's see, let's do some brown here. And I think that's about it. We can add a little bit darker blue down here, some shadowing like that. And then I've got some already cut out and done. So we'll just take and put dimensionals on the back of these. And then we can take this and pop it on over to here. and he can go wherever you want on your card. And we've got that. Now, if you want to make it even fancier, we've got a couple more things we can do, and this is totally optional. You can put some elegant faceted gems on here, and I did white ones on here, so let's do clear ones on here. And that way you can see the difference of what that does to change those out. Okay, so we've got that option. We've also got Wink of Stella. You can come in and at the top of your snow drifts, you can add some Wink of Stella and just make it a little bit shinier, a little bit sparkly. You can also add some sparkle to him as well. I guess we'll sparkle his scarf. That's another option. Another option is if you take a piece of cardstock, and let me double check the measurements on this so I tell you right. This is 4 inches by 3 1/4. And then you're going to score it at 1/2 inch on all 3 sides. And then you're going to take this and just angle those notches off. You're going to cut out those little squares, but cut a little deeper so that it notches it at the same time. Do you see what I did? Like that. And then this can be folded under like that. And we'll take, and you want Seal Plus definitely to go on this. And we're going to tuck these under. Just make sure not to stick them down to your work surface before you get to your card. And then we can take this and put it here as a little pouch right here for a gift card. If you want to, you can cut out that with part of a circle punch. And then you've got a nice gift card holder and you've got a lot of room to write up here. So there is our Mr. Snowman. And again, that is the Snow Wonder stamp set. All right. Up next at 10 o'clock, Sarah Levin is going to present another project. And she will be here at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So if you want to join us all day, we've got every hour on the hour, we've got a new stamp presentation. And don't forget to like and share and purchase from your demonstrator. If you, we've got a list of host codes and ways to order. If you would like to order from your demonstrator or from a new demonstrator that's presenting today, please do so. We'll put your name in a drawing. And we'll also, Stephanie has compiled a list of the 12 tutorials that we're doing today. And we will send you that for as a gift with purchase today. So happy card making day, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye.